When I see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think two things. One part of me wants to take her out, talk to her, be real nice and sweet, and treat her right.
And what the other part of me think?
What her head would look like on a stick. There is an idea of a Patrick baby, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I simply am not there. Something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know why. My nightly bloodlust has overflowed into my days. I feel lethal, on the verge of frenzy. I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
What up? How are we all doing, guys? Vincent? Quite the drive. What do you guys got going on this weekend? What's new? I am Jacob. It was a long half of the year. Well, more than half of the year. I think 4 months are left to the year, right? It's been like 3/4 already. That's cool. I'm chilling, man. I pulled my lat the other day, 2 days ago, so I've just been at home nursing it. Haven't really done much. Kind of shitty, actually, but it is what it is. What's up, Tyler? They were great. Yeah, the conventions have been great, man. You got a new Theory Saber hat in light blue? Light blue. Oh, the Miami one. Cool, man. We already have our schedule, so we're most likely going to be at MegaCon, Denver Fan Expo, Dallas Fan Expo, ICC-Con Nashville. Probably do Salt Lake City, Utah, FanX. I think there's some I'm forgetting, but we'll do Boston again. We'll do Chicago again. Yeah, so New York City Comic Con is Reed Pop. They're different than Fan Expo. Yeah, we're open to it. I mean, we did one Reed Pop convention in Florida, in Miami. We're fine.
There is an idea of a Patrick baby, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze,
damn, dude.
And you can shake my hand and feel
yeah, don't mess with anyone's dad, that's for sure. I'm a major homebody. But you have to get out there. Happy birthday, man. Yeah, MegaCon's gonna be crazy. Getting there. I'm better, but today was pretty bad. But I'm now like better as over the last few hours. It's up to you, man. You want to do that drive? Great meeting you too. Oh yeah. Hope you're having fun with it. Probably the Roger Christian or the Emperor. Yeah, but next year, not this one.
Something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know why. My nightly bloodlust.
What else is going on with you guys? How was the weekend so far?
On the verge of frenzy. I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
Damn, we got Jeremy. Show me your butthole. Gifted 1 Theory Talks membership. Thank you. That's great. I gotta take a picture of that and show him. I was just talking to Jay the other day on the phone. How hyped are you for Mando Grogu out of 10? A 4. Yeah. No, is there a new one? What up, man? How are you? Do you think D-Day Cobra and Drunk 3PO are going to do their trio again? Oh, I'd be down. 100%. It's pretty cool. Vader 2 is going great. Dude, thank you, Zion. My Instagram page has been doing really well lately. Been getting recognition from some UFC fighters. I'm also starting college on Monday. That's awesome, man. Really happy for you. Zion the Ladies Man 217. Do you guys have? Do you remember 2023 old account was Tommy Trip? I remember Tommy Trips. Was that you? That's funny. I do like traveling, but I really like being home right now. Oh, I'm glad to be back, bro.
Except for greed and disgust.
No, not big into UFC. No, really. Weird. Thanks, man. That's nice of you to say. So, chat, you got anything you want to discuss tonight, or anywhere you want to take the conversation, or are we just chilling? The amount of people who ask me why the snip sabers are rusted at the end and they think it's because the product is made poorly blows my mind. I always tell them it's lore accurate. That's why. Yeah, well, that just goes to show that they're stupid. They're dumb. It was like this one time back in 2017, I think. I did a trivia poll. It was like, whose lightsaber is this? It was a bunch of different people's lightsabers. And then I showed for Mace Windu, I showed his from episode 3, but then I showed his from episode 1. And I said, which lightsaber is his from episode 1 or something like that. I can't remember. Everyone chose the episode 3 one, and then the correct answer was actually his episode 1 one, which was totally different. It looks like Darth Maul's. And I would say like 99% of people were like, you're wrong. That's Darth Maul's lightsaber. You don't actually know Star Wars. Some people are just really stupid, man. They think they know everything, but they don't. Did you see the post that Disney made? Yes, with the young male audience. Yes. So I have a video coming out. I recorded it last night. My editor was off today, so he'll be working on that tomorrow, and I'll have that up. I'll have that out for you guys tomorrow. It's probably one of those ones people are going to make clips of and they're like, he's toxic again. Whatever, man. This helps my cause. But yeah, I definitely have a lot of thoughts on it. It's like a 10-minute video. How do you get motivated to go to the gym? What's the thing that pushes you in achieving your goals? That's a good question. I just want to be better. I feel like if I'm not better than I was yesterday, or at least trying, then, there's some guy out there that is absolutely killing it and improving every single day with this ferocity and this animal energy. And I want to match that. I want to be number one. I want to be the best that I can be. Maybe not, compared to every other human, but the best that I can be in the world, for my own standards. Better than I was yesterday. So that's probably my main motivation. Besides that, I mean, who doesn't want to be in great shape? Who doesn't want to look good in clothing? Who doesn't want to look good in general? A healthy body is a healthy mind. So, sometimes. So, I never want to be caught in a position where someone has outworked me. That really, really bugs me. It really bothers me. If like someone makes something better than me, or prepared better than me, or works harder than me, that stuff keeps me up at night. Like there's always someone, there's always a bigger fish, and I'm so aware of that. I know that, and it keeps me in check always. So nothing will ever be enough for me. I'll always be chasing this endless idea of there is always better. For me, like who I am. So that's probably the best answer. That, and also, like you want to be ready at all times because shit can get real, and you want to be in shape, you want to be healthy, you want to be able to perform. So, I'll tell you a little story. Back in 2020. shit, 2024, 2025, I think 2025. I went kayaking with my dad, and then this like yacht came by, and it like the wake basically like tipped him over, and I think he was in his 60s at that point already, or maybe just about. And anyways, he was having a hard time, and so I said, he was wearing a lot of clothing. I said, grab the back of my kayak, and he was grabbing his kayak as well, because if we lost it, it would be a big fine, and well, we weren't like rich, so yeah. Anyways, I'm like, let go of it, man, and he's like, no, and he's like literally kind of drowning, and he was like, like, and so I was just like, we were far from shore, bro. I was fucking rowing and rowing and rowing and rowing, like through the waves, with him holding on, dragging me down in the water, and holding on to his kayak as well. And if I hadn't trained or hadn't powerlifted or anything like that, I don't know if my dad would be here. I really don't. So it's situations like that where you don't know, but you always have to be ready. And so at least if you lose a situation, you know that you did damn well near your best to prepare. So that's usually my philosophy on that. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure YouTube is like throttling my channel, all my channels. I think YouTube would do that because Disney doesn't like me. I would assume maybe they have some pull or something. I don't really know, but I've had so many people come up to me at conventions and say that they've been miraculously unsubscribed, and so many people say that they can't send donations. So many people say that they don't get notifications. For the last couple of years now, so I don't really know what to say. What's your thoughts when girls decide to flake last minute before the date begins? I wish it didn't have to be this way, but unfortunately they do. In my opinion, I feel they do this because you are actually option B if their main plan doesn't work out, or if something better arrives for them. Girls have a lot more options than guys, depending on the girl and the guy, but yeah, she probably had a better offer for her. It's because you don't support LGBTQ. That's not true, man. I do support gay people. I do support LGBTQ. I want everyone to live in peace and harmony. I want them to live the way they want to live on their own terms, because at the end of the day, I don't care what you do. I don't care who you love. I don't care what goes on in your own head, as long as you're not hurting people. What I do care about is if you try to control me or shove your sexual preference down my throat. I don't care. Leave me alone about it. That's all. Otherwise, I'm in full support of every human that wants to live the way they want to live, dude. I don't want people to tell me what to do, and I'm sure people don't want me to tell them what to do or how to live their life. So that's a great misconception that a lot of people have about me, that I don't support LGBTQ. Dude, I support every human on Earth. I don't care what you do. I don't care what your sexual orientation is, your race, whatever. Just be a nice person. Don't try to control me. Don't try to tell me what to do. And I won't control you. I won't have any business with your life. That's it. It's that simple. What up, JK? Have you ever been bi? No, dude. I do not have any interest in penis. I have always been attracted to women. And, I mean, I'm sure being bi would be a lot of fun if you were into that, but sadly, I'm a one-woman man. You know what I mean? One gender man. Yeah, that stuff I do have an issue with.
Down the street, I think two things. One part of me wants to take her out, talk to her, be real nice and sweet, and treat her right.
And what the other part of it think?
What her head would look like on a stick.
Yeah, I saw both of them. Fantastic Four and Superman. Women are the best anyway. Yeah, look, so listen. Yeah, look, if you're into girls, then you're into girls. If you're into dudes and you're a dude, then you're into dudes. There is absolutely nothing fucking wrong with that. That's just your preference. I like chicks. For me, that's it. But I've had gay friends. I've had straight friends. I don't care. I don't give a shit. There's so much of a a focus on sexual preference in North America that it's revolting. Like, it's why? Fucking, there's so much more to a person. You know what I mean? But yeah, I see that shit a lot. I see a lot of people being like, "Oh, he doesn't support gay people." It's like, where the fuck did that come from, dude? So weird.
Something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know why. My nightly bloodlust has overflowed in 5 days. I feel lethal. I think my masculinity is about to slip.
What up, Waffles? Oh yeah, bro. I haven't made a post yet. I said it on the stream, but yeah, my U.S. visa was approved a couple days ago. Weird. I think it's pretty cool. Where I wish you the most success with that. And when you make it to the UFC, invite me to a fight. A few of my friends thought you didn't like gay people because of the Acolyte, which is so dumb. How? I love asking this question to people whenever they hit me with something. Why? How? Why would you say that? And they'll usually be like, "Oh, you didn't like the Acolyte." I'm like, and? And? Well, they're gay. Who's gay? Well, the characters are gay. Which one? Well, the show writer. Okay, so the person who wrote it's gay. Well, what about the show? Was it good or was it bad? You just don't like gays. Well, What the fuck, bro? Like, what? Bizarre. Really weird. Hey, man, I'm really happy you got help with that. Life is a up and down journey, man. It always can improve, and you just have to look at life as a very precious thing that it's not always going to go the way we want, but that's life. You got to fight through it. You got to make your way through it, make it what you want. What type of music do you listen to? Not Star Wars related. Bro, this is the Theory Talks channel, man. We don't even need to talk about Star Wars here. I like everything, dude. 80s, Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, techno, Tiesto, Skrillex, country, everything. I like everything. I haven't seen it. Yeah, most people don't really have a brain. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Maybe he did great for himself. I agree. We should go back to it. I feel like it is the perfect theme for the channel. True. Dr. Michael. It was okay. There were some things I really didn't like, but it was all right. It wasn't Man of Steel.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street, on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old.
He presents himself as this harmless old codger. Inside. But inside.
I don't understand.
But inside doesn't matter.
In China? Why would he live in China? You like that more than Man of Steel? I like Man of Steel more. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I just didn't like the whole shtick about, like, how his parents turn into, like, some psychos and he, like, cancels them, essentially. And he gets canceled. And it was just very Gen Z. You know? And, like, even the way he was, like, talking to Lois. I'm like, dude. What?
I see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think two things. One part of me wants to take her out.
Oh, well, it was very human,
Be real nice,
which is part of what Superman is. It was very human indeed, you know, but I like Henry Cavill as Superman. David Corden, I think, did a great job, but I think he was directed to be
There's an
too.
idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real.
Well, he was a young Superman, so what can I really say? That was kind of the point. He was a young Superman,
And you can shake my hand
so he's
and
not
feel
going
the
to be
flesh
as
between
stoic
yours
and
me,
serious and
and you can
mature
sense our
as,
lifestyles
let's say,
are
the Henry
compatible.
Cavill version,
I simply am not there.
or the Christopher Reeves version, or No, we were gonna play that today, and then I didn't. Was he more lore accurate? I don't know. I don't know Superman as well as to do Star Wars. Yeah, I mean his humanity speech, especially, is great. Thought it was pretty fantastic. That Superman does have a lot of humanity in him, and recognizes what it is to be human. Because at the end of the day, he was raised as one. But I don't know. He's just kind of getting his ass kicked in every situation. I mean, that comes down to the writing. It's not the actor. He acted great.
Something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know why.
The Boys is cool.
Lust has overflowed into my days. I feel lethal, on the verge of frenzy. I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
Yeah, I mean, look, your brain is just trying to find situations and scenarios to avoid, or to perhaps so you move differently in certain scenarios so that you don't end up with the very scenario that your brain is really coming up with, which is, they don't like me, I'm annoying, they hate me. So you might try to overdo it or overcompensate because you're taking that fear of what might be as reality, but it's not reality. So a lot of people end up like fucking up situations that aren't even the case because their brain is just thinking ahead too fast, and it's trying to protect them and trying to be like perfect in every scenario, but it just fucks it up because then they overthink and they're like, wait, is that I do that too. So you're not alone in that. I do that too. But I would say, allow all of those thoughts to be there. This is what I do. I'm giving you my advice. What I would do in this situation: allow those thoughts to be there. Um, of uh, of they don't like me, I'm annoying, they hate me. If those thoughts come, and then just continue on as you normally would, and maybe refute those thoughts and be like, you know what? These are just my thoughts. These aren't reality. These aren't true. Um, that's just my fear, and you have to differentiate what is fear from what's reality. And the reality is you're with your friends and you're you, and it'll eventually hopefully get to the point where you're like me and you don't really care if people like you or don't like you. You're just you. Let's make a small mistake on. Oh, well, that would be Nick. I gotta tell him. Nick handles the plus channel.
I have all the characteristics of a human being. Flesh, blood, skin, hair. But not a single clear, identifiable emotion. Except for greed and disgust.
Let me take a photo of this shit. traveling and bonding with my team. Yeah, that was the first one I ever watched, Ryan vs. Dorkman. Would you rather have Sydney Sweeney for one night or fly the Millennium Falcon? Fly the Millennium Falcon, dude. Absolutely. 100%. Dude, fly the Millennium Falcon or one romantic night with Sydney Sweeney?
I live in the American Gardens building.
Give me a break. How many Millennium Falcons are out there? How many beautiful women are out there?
My name is Patrick Bateman.
Do the
I'm
math.
27 years old.
He presents himself as this harmless old cod inside.
But inside doesn't matter.
Someone better make an edit of this. Sydney Sweeney in the Falcon. What's up, Pac-Man? You guys, stop simping, man. Do you listen to The Weeknd? Not really, no. There's a couple good songs. I used to back in the day, but no. Daphne Keene just blew Sid out of the water. Oh, her Bad Bunny photos.
I think two things. One part of me wants to take
Bro, people are overhyping that too.
be real nice and sweet and treat her right.
And what the other part of him think?
Put her head
He's cool.
like on a stick. There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable, I simply am not there.
Me and Tyrone and Magnus should collab. I'm down. Yeah, I like the fall. That'd be cool, man. Star Wars Infinite says, do you think there are people from Star Wars that are not allowed to talk to you because of the whole Disney black... Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I know a lot of them.
Something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know.
I had a lot of people that used to be my friend, and once I got blacklisted, they just completely, like, unfollowed me and shunned me, and, like...
I think my mask of sanity.
Yeah. Whatever. People you guys probably follow, too. A lot of influencers as well. I hope to see more, too, bro. I don't... Good. Yeah. Working hard. I don't know. No clue. Oh right, yeah, she is. Yep, Emperor 2s. We should be getting those, all of them in the warehouse, probably the first week of September. And then depends when you ordered. We're going to be shipping them all out. Like, I don't think it should take longer than the first 2 weeks of September, as mentioned in the email. Yo, bro, I heard you. Yeah, bro, I could expose so many fake people out there and just like ruin their entire reputation. But then I'm like, do I want to do that? Do I care? No. Yeah. Yeah, we know. I know all of them, bro. Bro, I can tell. Yeah, sometimes it makes me pissed, and I'm like, man, I should just fucking go full Sith on all these people and just because there's some serious, like some crazy ass stories about all of them that you just like, you're a piece of shit. But again, like, what is that gonna do for me? It's just drama, and I don't want drama. I don't care. No. No, actually, there was. No, but then we chatted. He said he liked the Acolyte, but then we chatted about it. Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do, Tony Soprano, episode 8? Backwards for vision, forwards for looks. Nah, doubt it, man.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street, on the 11th floor.
Wow, that's crazy.
My name is
Saw a wild hater video on you that claimed you were trying to convert teenage boys into right-wing extremists. Nice. What teenage boys? And
but inside doesn't matter.
where? Yeah. Some of the shit I see about myself sometimes online, I'm just like, all right, that's enough internet for today. These people are retarded. Magnesium and zinc are definitely good. Shit. Garbage. Gorbaggio. Yo, let me bring up the stream. Who's number 1 right now?
When I see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think two things. One part of me wants to take her out, talk to her, be real nice and sweet, and treat her right.
And what the other part of it think?
What her head would look like on a stick.
Yo, Waffles member for 24 months. Thank you, dude.
some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me.
There is no real me.
Something illusory.
All right, the top fans are.
And you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyle.
Bro, why is it not even
comfortable? I simply
is it loading? Damn, Nick, you're a member on this channel? What the hell? That's crazy. You're gonna vlog the San Francisco con? Yeah. Nah, fuck you, bro. You get paid enough. You give me some of that back. Stop running from me. Oh, really? Yeah, man. Dude, so many people have requested that one, and it sold out so fast at conventions that I might just bring it back because it's a great seller. And I would love to make more sales with hats. Like, seriously, it's something that people are really requesting. So, fave muscles to train. I don't know, everything. Big chest.
Something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know why. My nightly bloodlust
OG
is overflowing
Palpy.
with my days.
Where?
I feel lethal, on the verge of frenzy. I think my
Maybe like 3 times a week. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Got the most sick hoodie coming. What's up, Trev? No, that's not right. I'm also questioning why a 11-year-old is hanging out with a 26-year-old. Yo, what's up? Appreciate you guys too. I just shared your photo the other day. We were just, what was that? I think it was with Nick. We were talking about those rhinestones. They looked so good. At least I think Nick shared your photo out. No. No way. I don't think he did. Did you guys tag us? What's your thoughts on girls' night? I'm in a relationship. My girlfriend always makes plans without me. She doesn't always have to make plans with you, bro. She got her own life, too. She got her own friends. I mean, like, what is she doing when she does these girl nights? But, you know, a little bit of, like, distance and, like, doing your own thing in a relationship is really important.
I have all the characteristics of a human being. Flesh, blood, skin, hair. But not a single clear, identifiable emotion. Except for greed and disgust.
Okay, cool. I mean, depends what she's doing, bro. Depends where she's going. Damn. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here with that. It's a friend of my brother-in-law. That's the only reason why I ask. Oh, I do. Cool. I got to go through all of them and approve all the... I haven't gone through the tags yet. Because people were tagging me in weird stuff over the years. I'm like, I don't really want this showing up on my profile. Damn, JK number 2. Zion's still number 1. Crazy.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street, on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman.
Yeah, see you later.
27.
Peace.
He presents himself as this harmless old codger inside, but inside.
But inside doesn't matter.
What's up? Cool. Final year at college today. Oh yeah, you're almost done. Who's number 1 now? Damn, bro. Wait, is Waffles? No, he's not number 1 yet. Is he? I don't think so. It's not even loading for me. Oh yeah, no, he's number 1.
I see a pretty girl walking down the street. I think 2 things. One part of me wants to take her out, talk to her, be real nice.
Number 1.
Treat her right. And what the other part of him think?
What her head would look like on a stick.
He's my boy. I didn't watch the interview yet, but I saw that they did interview him. That's great. I hope they blow up.
There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman. Some kind of abstraction. But there is no real.
Maybe.
Only an entity. Something illusory.
Damn! Yo, everyone just got dethroned. Thank you, Paige. You didn't have to do that. Yo!
Flesh gripping yours and making you sense our lifestyles.
Yo, take that, Waffles. Damn. The new queen. Staff on your... Why do you keep getting staff on your face? That sounds horrible. Bro, just take some oil of oregano and call it a day. Bro, what the hell? Damn, that's a flex though. $20.01. Are you number 1 now? Oh, he's number 1. That's crazy. He just took over. It's usually her single friends, girls who are planning stuff, and I feel like they're insecure about our relationship. I mean, yeah, maybe. But, you know, where do they go? What does she wear when they go out? Dude, all you can do as a boyfriend, really, is to just sit back and observe. You can't control someone. So if she's doing things that you're not happy about, talk to her about it. If she doesn't want to change or compromise or anything like that or understand where you're coming from, then cut it off.
Something horrible is happening inside of me.
It's that simple.
And I don't know why.
Bro, what the hell, Master Steve-O? Bruh, no shot I'm losing. I didn't even know he was in the race. He's definitely number 1 now. That's crazy.
I think my mask of sanity.
He just yeeted past everybody. Absolutely demolished everyone. All right, this is now getting interesting here. Another contender. Another contender. Oh, I thought he was talking to. Oh shit, my bad. Yo, that'd been crazy. Waffles is fit. No, is he? Hold on. No, Waffles isn't even in the leaderboards anymore. He doesn't even have a number anymore. Dude, he doesn't even have a crown. That's crazy. Damn, it sucks, bro. What are your thoughts on Boston as a beautiful city? Yeah, I didn't know it looked like that. Are you a fan of Andrew Tate? So I get this often. I followed him once on Twitter and everyone lost their minds. Oh my God, he followed it. It's like the bro has like 20 million followers and I was one of them. I think, let me say this for the record because in record I said it. I think some of the things that Andrew Tate says about, when he does talk about, being a man, being strong, taking care of yourself, focusing on your finances, focusing on your mental well-being, protecting and loving women, because he has said that, despite some of the more inflammatory and comical things that he says for his spiel. There are some things I really do agree with that he says, that he calls out. I don't like this new age of men where they're just very weak and mentally weak and I don't have any class. But then there's some things that he says that I just fundamentally do not agree with at all. And I think his delivery, even with the stuff that he does say that is really does make sense, and I think a lot of people would agree with, is pretty terrible delivery, So I think some of the stuff he says is great. And then some of the stuff he says, I don't agree with. But it's hard to discern what is, really him saying something that he believes, or is it just something inflammatory because he knows how to work the algorithm to then talk more about his university and all that stuff. So I do think that if you have an open mind, there is a decent amount of things that he says which can help you as a young man. But then there's also some things that you need to be aware of that really I don't think are great. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's today it's like if you say one good thing about someone who may have 100 poor takes, but he has 10 great takes, then all of a sudden it means you like all of the poor takes too. And it's like, what is this, dude? There's so many people who like me, but don't agree with everything I say. Does that mean they agree with all the shit? No. Dude, thank you. Does that make you number 2 now? Number 2. Yep. Dude, you're number 2 officially. That's wild. Thank you, man. I wish you guys would ask some good questions too. Get something for it. Something he said you disagree with, just curious. I think some of the things he said about women in the past I don't agree with. I can't quote you. I'm sure I could find something, but there are some things that he says that I think are just purely to be comical, to get a reaction. And when you say something, what's the word, that catches a lot of attention, whether it's good or bad, at the end of the day, you're winning on social media. So there's a lot of people that play this game, like Togi, for example. That guy just says a whole bunch of bullshit to piss people off. And he says the more haters you have, you're winning the game. And frankly, it's true. I could be probably the most inflammatory dude on the internet with Star Wars and all that. I know what to say now that will get a shit ton of reactions and, whatever. And engage in the algorithm. But that's not really what I'm into. But it does work. What are your thoughts on the new mall show? I'm just hoping they don't mess it up. Darth Talon also have a $10 wallet. Dude, thank you. Thank you, Otaku. I'm probably the most excited for the mall show of any Disney Star Wars project that they've had released lately. What are your thoughts on the new AI age verification that so many companies are doing? I think it's just their attempt to steal data. What is this? I don't know anything about this, Waffles. Thanks for the 1002. What number are you at now? You're not even in the leaderboards, Waffles. What's going on? Damn, bro. Oh, you're number 3 now. Never mind. That $1 puts you up to number 3.
There is an idea of a Patrick baby, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and
do you think so? I think they're going to do a really good job with them. Dude, thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. What number are you at now? Thanks. Like what? Well, everyone wants to win, bro. Everyone wants to win. Can you wake her up with a saber ignition? I don't think any of them are charged around me. Yeah, none of them are charged. They're all downstairs. Well, actually, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Hey guys, and welcome to the video that you've been waiting for a long time.
You can hear the screen, right?
This is a lot of viewers. I decided really wanted it. Obsidian is that it gets dirty really fast. Time to put on the outside, and that you not even notice because we know there are
blade in, goddammit.
2 valuable parts. This is that we have Emperor are unbelievably. The sound and the smooth swing on this one in particular are unbelievably perfect. Now, I didn't even put retention screws in there, which I recommend that you do, but we've constructed this thing so well that it fits super snug just by placing the blade inside. However, of course, I would definitely put retention screws in the saber itself. But just keep in mind, this is without any in there, and it is holding very, very well. The prequel pack is personally my favorite, but keep in mind, we are making a 7th pack, so you can expect.
We are making a 7th pack. Patrick Bateman. I'll see you tomorrow, man. Yeah, I think we've all lost faith in Disney, man. It's the thing.
My nightly bloodlust has overflowed into my days.
Interesting. I didn't know about this.
I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
I had no clue. Am I gonna make whips? No. Well, never say never, but no. Whips originally appeared in the EU. Lumia, she used a light whip. The Emperor, for sure. Roger Christian and the Emperor, easily. But ask me again in like a few weeks. Yo, later, bro. Maybe. We have something like that coming, bro. But think hat. That's great. Yeah, dog, we got a lot coming. We got a lot coming. Not enough lately, man. I think I've only been getting like maybe like 170, 180 a day. I haven't been doing a very good job. Oh, dude. Bro, those Vader 2 hoodies are some of the coolest freaking hoodies I have ever seen. Like, of anything, of any brand, nothing. Looks like a freaking reminds me of like motocross, or like a racing hoodie or something. And it just looks really cool.
But inside doesn't matter.
No, only you. Yeah, they're gonna be cool. You should always get actual food, but, you know, if you can do protein, then that's fine. Protein shakes. That's nice. Yep, we're going to be releasing it probably in the next few months. Is he? Did he drop? Bro dropped. Okay. So I've been working on my book, and that's what I've been hammering away at. It's taking a long time. Your lack of vision. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you.
There is an idea of a Patrick baby.
Thank you.
Some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me. Only an entity, something illusory.
I'd be down for that.
And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably.
If you had a choice between doing what your heart really wants to do but make little to no money, or do what you kind of want to do but make more money, what would you do? Well, luckily, I don't have to worry about that because I make good money doing what I love to do. And I wish we were also fortunate to do that. But with that comes a ton of responsibility and a ton of stress and a ton of headaches. So, you know, I don't know. I think, you know, I'm lucky to be doing what I've been doing for as long as I have been. I don't think a lot of people can say that they've been a YouTuber for 9 years consistently. But, you know, I truly believe in Star Wars. I believe in the fandom, and I have great passion for it. And I believe that I'm entertaining a shit ton of people. I think just on the one Star Wars channel alone, there's over 1.2 billion views, which is 1.2 billion people that I've entertained for free. So, I like to think that there's some value that I'm adding to people's lives.
Something horrible is happening inside of me, and I don't know why.
And that keeps me
The
going.
nightly bloodlust has overflowed into my days.
I feel like I'm just getting started.
I feel lethal, on the verge of frenzy. I think my
I
master
don't know.
Sanity is about to slip.
Disney will make Darth Maul gay. Sounds like you got a real problem with your girlfriend's friends, man. You know, and it sounds like you're blaming a lot of her actions on her friends when reality is everyone's responsible for their own actions and their own choices. You can blame who you want, but at the end of the day, you know, everyone is responsible for themselves. So, sounds like more so you might have an issue with her. And you got to realize why. You know, is there really something to be upset about, or not? What's up, Joe? Dubai, cool. Pixar working up your script? What do you mean? Pat Maul will chase and catch Fat Mace. Do you ever miss life before you were really well known, popular online? It seems like it would be a lot of extra life stress. You just have to know how to deal with it, man. Yeah, you don't know how to deal with it. I can confidently say there aren't many people that would last in my shoes just with the level of hatred and vitriol and, you know, just bullshit that I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But that's part of what makes me me. You have to be strong. You have to be very strong-willed. And you have to have a mental fortitude like freaking Vegeta.
I have all the characteristics.
But at the end of the day, you just keep moving forwards. You ignore bullshit and you continue on the vision that you have in front of you. So, no, I don't miss any life in the past because the one I have today is my dream. And the one today will build the one for tomorrow. Yeah, or in other words, well said. Oh, yeah. The entire EU would be canon. Well, it'll be sold out from the warehouse, but it'll be published. So, Rippaverse will be publishing it. Oh, I'm very happy you guys stuck with me for so many years. If I didn't have your support, I wouldn't be here. I can tell you that confidently. Yo, later, Pac-Man. Never had a breakout until now because of my lack of courage to take risks and always thinking of what people would think of me. A breakout? What's a breakout?
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street, on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old.
He presents himself as this harmless old codger. Inside.
It's a pretty neat story. Fiction. Fantasy. Absolutely. Yeah, I'd say the one of the number one things, or one of the top things I learned in life so far is do not care if you are liked. but mean it. A lot of people say they don't care, but they really care. Do not care. Nick Fuentes.
When I see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think
Maybe. Yeah. Who is
part
that?
of me wants to take her out, talk to her, be real nice.
He's a rising force in politics.
What her head would look like on a stick.
I don't know. You believe in the law of attraction or other universal principles? Yes. But I also believe in hard work. You won't get what you want in life by just sitting there and, putting up a vision board.
There is an idea of a Patrick baby, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can
that
shake
sounds
my
horrible,
hand
man.
and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably comparable. I simply am not there.
I never had success with my videos reaching the engagement that it does now and slowly building back up. I'm very proud of you. That's awesome. It's great. Thank you, Paige. How do you not care? Low-key have been trying to do that for a while and still seem to end up caring. It comes from having once cared too much, and you realize that no matter what you try to do to please other people, there's always going to be someone or a group of people that will just still hate you. So you eventually get to the point where you just don't care. Like I don't really know how to explain it. I don't care. I feel like you also got to be pretty confident in yourself, like know who you are and all that stuff. Joe says, how do you handle setting goals for yourself and missing the mark? I've been doing it for years. I mean, a lot of the stuff I do never hits right away. I'm still not where I want to be. Like, I have so many goals that I want to achieve. I'm not there yet. But, compared to years ago, I'm ahead of where I wanted to be. So, just as a person, fitness goals, life, business, channel, everything. So you really kind of have to assess if you fail at what you wanted to achieve at. You have to be like, okay, you know what? Hey, learn from this. This didn't work. So I'm going to now try something different and tackle it again and again and again until you win. That's really all it is. It's consistency. The difference between making it and not making it is just the guy who tried one more time. Yeah. What up, Mr. T? Are you and your crew coming to Cincinnati? No, we won't be there. No, I won't be there, man. I'll be in SpaceCon San Antonio end of October. You ever feel like you're running out of time? Sometimes I feel like I'm behind where I want to be. You can't catch up. Absolutely. I always feel like I'm racing against the clock. For sure. For sure, brother.
have all the characteristics of a human being. Flesh, blood, skin, hair. But not a single clear, identifiable emotion. Except for greed and disgust.
Would you consider yourself a leader? No, because I don't really want to lead other people. I don't like team sports. No, man, I don't. I think of myself as a doer. That's it. Thanks, man. Yeah, coming in a few months. Any advice on dealing with toxic YouTubers who manipulate people into hating you, especially the ones under the disguise of documentary videos? I simply don't care. Yeah. If someone is going to be that quick to swindle by watching a video that someone clearly made to purport a narrative or an angle position to put me in some sort of light, and they're not going to go to my actual videos to see who I am. Okay, who's this guy that's been here for 9 years, has this following, blah, blah, blah. Am I going to trust, the 4,000 plus videos and all of the streams that he's done on other channels and listen to what he actually says himself? Or am I going to watch this one video, which is clearly aimed to put him in some shitty light to profit and to grow their channel or whatever it might be? If someone is going to easily trust that, fuck them. Like, I don't need you. You're a sheep. You're a dumbass. Why would I want anything to do with you? You're weak. So whether that's one person that they turn or, 10 million, I don't care. So at the end of the day, I know who I am. I know things I say. And the rest is, I don't give a shit. It's on you. Yeah, man, they do make a con. I don't know if they'll be at the next one. I hope so. I had a great time with them last year.
What the other part of them think?
What her head would look like on a stick. There is an idea.
I have a question. I don't know if you have advice, but my brother-in-law cheats on my sister constantly. I want to help, but I'm too young and I can't help. I feel awful because I can't help. Try to stay out of it, But at the end of the day, it's your sister, so try to get some proof if you can. Maybe show her, but at the same time, you're young, man. I don't know. If you were my age, I would straight up go up to him, but don't do that. Maybe tell someone older that's like in your family. Horrible. What's up, Tommy? Thanks, man. Do you think body count matters? Hate this question. It's tough because I've had partners who have had super low
Horrible is happening
body
inside
count
me,
and
and I don't
high.
know why.
You know,
My nightly bloodlust has overflowed into my days. I feel lethal.
at the end of the day, it really depends on the person.
I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
Yeah, it's a tough question because you know, I can sit here and be like, no, low body count is the only way to go, but it's like I've fallen in love with women who have you know, high body count. So it and in those situations, I would say, you know, everyone has a past, everyone does makes choices, everyone whatever like sex, and you know, who am I to judge? Right? I've done my own things. So that's my view on that. But then also my view is, you know, what kind of person would be so open to something like this and do this and that? Do they not have more respect for themselves? Things like that, you know. So it's kind of like a duality of a conversation in my own mind. But at the end of the day, I feel like I justify really whatever if I'm in love with the person, because at the end of the day, we don't choose who we fall in love with, really. So I think, you know, a reasonable number is fine, but I think, you know, a psycho crazy number, it's like, all right, dude, that's not for me. I don't know. I don't believe that. Hmm. Because, bro, you're a hater now. There should be a top fans column and then a top haters column. You would make the top haters column now. I think anything beyond 6, automatically. I haven't boxed in a while. I was traveling, you know.
I have all the characteristics of a human being: flesh, blood, skin.
Yeah,
hair,
100's no.
but not a
100's
single
crazy,
clear,
dude. But
identifiable emotion, except for greed.
for me, like really anything over it's weird, bro, because yeah, I can't it's hard, I can't say anything. I've fallen in love with high and low, you know, so can't say anything. What the fuck can I say? Now what do I want? What do I look for now? Preferably lower. Not 0. I definitely want her to have had a normal like experience, you know, dating and stuff, but not something freaking astronomical. So I don't want the village bicycle, you know. Everyone's had a ride. I don't want the village doorknob. Everyone's had a turn. Okay, but you know, I don't want Virgin Mary. I was wondering because I have a friend who thinks anything more than 1 makes you a whore and 1 who doesn't care. Sounds like he has a small lightsaber. And that's ridiculous. Listen, humans date. Sex feels good. We all have sex. You know, some people it's much more sacred and they only do it with the people that they really love, really care about. So their number's probably going to be lower. Some people do it as a good time. You know, it's like drinking water for them. Yeah.
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street, on the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old.
He presents himself as this harmless old codger. Inside. But inside.
The massive fitness YouTuber drama? No, what's going on? Yeah. Well, personally, it's like, what can I really say? My number is not low, so you know, it would be kind of hypocritical. But yeah, I say, do the Chad. What is the Chad? Thanks for the $10, Paige. What's the Chad? Yeah, you know the saying from Austin Powers. Yes.
When I see a pretty girl walking down the street, I think two things. One part of me wants
Your
to
face
take
with the
her out,
backwards hat? What do you
talk to
mean?
her, be real nice and sweet and treat her right.
And what the other part of them think.
What her head would look like on a stick.
Your face with the backwards hat? Oh, you mean the Chad face?
There is an idea of a Patrick baby, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory. And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyle.
I feel like this might be the new summer theme song.
I simply am not there.
It's a very debatable topic. Josh is a hater, to be honest. Like Den of Nerds? Why? And someone said something about the YouTuber drama, like fitness YouTuber drama. What's going on? How dare you never be late again, Azim? That was a good era. Josh Lucas, he is crazy. What did Josh do now? Oh no. Oh no. A science-based lifter claimed to obviously fake natties were natty and that their physiques were obtainable naturally. When he got hella blowback, he doubled down, but now he just realized he got lied to. Oh, who?
Something horrible is happening inside of me.
Who that?
I don't know why.
Who that?
The nightly bloodlust has overflowed into my days.
Yeah, me too.
I feel
Fun.
lethal.
Jeff Nippard?
I think my
Who's Jeff Nippard again?
is about to slip.
Jeff Nippard. $7.5 million subs. What the freak, dude? Holy shit. Addressing the controversy, 1.5 million. That's nuts, bro. Crazy views. Bro, these fitness YouTubers make so much money. It is insane. Because think of it, like your product is literally just like a book. Like that's it. Just a book. And like everyone wants, like, you built your business on, you know, nutrition and looking good and stuff, and then you release a book on your methods, everyone's gonna buy it. That's wild. It's crazy. Yeah. I'm not a big, listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a big fan of science-based lifters. I think stuff might look great on paper, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's really all about time in the gym and proof in the pudding. You know, it's like trial and error. I like more so bro science, which is really just experience, like actual used experience and trial and error versus, fuck's the other one? exercise science. I don't like it. They think they're doctors, man. I find them quite annoying, actually.
Your elbow needs to be 90 degrees perpendicular to the floor, and the hypotenuse of your ankle needs to be near your anus hole so that you maximize the concentric movement to propulse your actual latissimus dorsi. And
It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Just lift the weight. God damn it. Fuck. So irritating. I actually find them really irritating. I'm not going to lie.
There is an idea of a Patrick baby.
That went from 0 to 100 pretty fast.
Kind of abstraction.
I find them very annoying. But then you have, like, you know, jacked as fuck dudes who have been lifting for like 40 years, who have like tried everything in the book and they know what works versus what doesn't. Those are the guys I would listen to. Those are the guys I would actually train with. And I have trained with. He's natural, been training 20 years, and is smaller than the fake natties who have been training for 3. And he says they are natural. Yeah, whatever, man. I don't know anything about the guy, but I'm not a fan of the crazy huge science lifter bros. I just find them very annoying. They're very know-it-all. And it's like, okay, dude, well, why do you look like that? Like, have you ever achieved anything? Have you ever like done any great lift, a big lift? Like, have you like, are you big? No, they're usually not. They just look like a dude that goes to the gym. There's nothing like freaky or cool about them. Like, especially in today's fitness era world, you're either on like a shit ton of trend, which really you don't have to do anything for. You just take trend and like lift a little bit. Or you're an exercise science guy and you just look like a flat, you know, stringy, like the big dudes are like they got thick rib cages, thick chest, and that all comes down to a certain type of training. I feel like heavy, blunt trauma.
I feel lethal, on the verge of frenzy. I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
Will you ever stop taking TRT? No. I never did anything until I was 31. Then I went on 100 milligrams a week of TRT, and then up to 200, like a couple of years after that. Bro, at my age, I'm never going off. Ever. TRT is the most amazing thing. I think every man should seriously consider it. And if you don't, I think you're really wasting away your life. You could have such a better life. No, go look at the studies, dude. You can't see a lot of uninformed people confuse TRT with taking a ridiculous dose of testosterone. It's not the same thing. What do you mean? Yo, what up, dude? What up, Shadow Fox? Nice to see you. God of War 4. Or Gears of War or Ocarina of Time. Yes, TRT is literally putting your testosterone levels back to a normal range. That's all it is. And these like idiots online are like, you're on steroids. It's like literally just putting yourself back into a normal range of, with the doctor prescribed dose of like the normal freaking range. Now, there are benefits. Normal testosterone rises and drops. When you're on TRT, your shit's stable all the time. At the dose I'm on, I don't really think anything would happen. I don't think I'd be able to build muscle as easily, and I don't think I would be like getting as good sleeps. I think I'd probably be more irritable. But yeah, I don't really think like much. I would notice all that much. But there's a fine line between like feeling amazing and feeling like average. I don't want to feel average. Oh, that's good. Hell yeah, dude. 4 times a week. The more times a week you do it, the more it mimics your natural production of testosterone, and the less estrogen spikes you're going to get. So, yeah, I split my weekly dose, in 4 times a week, as prescribed by my doctor, and voila, dude. Great sleeps, great mental clarity, great healing, great muscle synthesis, protein synthesis, great muscle building, repair, a lot of like mental benefits, I would say. So, parts of your brain, mainly the amygdala, have an insane amount of testosterone receptors in them, and it's like, why would your brain have a shit ton of receptors for a testosterone molecule to bind to?
On the 11th floor. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 27 years old.
He presents himself as this harmless old cod inside.
But inside doesn't matter.
I don't know. I see a lot of those guys. They look like they're on shit. But it's really an anti-aging thing. It's not, it's not to be a gym bro. It's not to be anything else that you see is because I had a great base from actually training my whole life and being athletic. And it just preserved that, and then it accentuated that with, the workouts that I do today. But that's it. It's if I were to do an actual steroid dose, I'd probably look freaking insane. I'd probably look awesome. But I just don't think that that's part of my goal, and it's not part of longevity for life. So it's not particularly healthy, in my opinion. Really? Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, it's literally doctor prescribed. So in the UFC, I believe what they have, it's called sports TRT, which is like 200 plus a week, from what I've heard. You actually asking?
There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity, something illusory.
Damn, we've been streaming for 2 hours.
Though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles.
Yeah, but that's because I trained my whole life. I was an athletic kid. I was always in sports or lifting or doing stuff, and I was always eating healthy, so I didn't look terrible. I was active, like I was actually putting my muscles to use. So. 100%, dude. But not as much as if I were to be on like a steroid dose. But yeah, dude, that's what happens. They go sleepy time. They shut down. Night night. What's up, dude? Yeah, that's really like the only one. I'll take it. I don't care. Yeah. And I don't abuse it. I don't take steroid doses. I don't take anything else other than testosterone. I mean, it's very glorified if someone who's changing their gender takes testosterone. I, as a born male, produce testosterone naturally, but as I age, will produce less and less thanks to, Father Time and Mother Nature. Well, I want to bring that back. So I don't have to age. Essentially, the reason that happens is because Mother Nature is saying, okay, well, you had your time in the sun. Now it's time for you to grow old and sit at home, nest. And then we're going to make way for the younger guys to come in and breed the village. And then it's their time. And then the same cycle. They get old, and they make way for the new, and so on and so forth. But in today's world, we don't need to deal with that. We don't have that. It's not a freaking archaic caveman time. No, you can come off. Your shit will come back to normal if you want. What's up, Jose? What up, Michael? Damn. Sorry to hear that. It's crazy. Later, bro. Sleep well. What up, Michael? All right, guys. I had a good chat, fun chat, almost 2-hour stream. I'm going to bounce. Hope you guys enjoyed tomorrow's video. And, yeah, have a great day. See you later. Don't forget, we still got that sale going on. Theory Savers, the summer sale, baby. Take advantage. Take advantage.